Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon everyone. Alhamdulillah, I am grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for being able to show you all that today we will welcome to our forum entitled Impact of Social Media on Teenagers. Social media is now deeply integrated into our lives, especially for us as teenagers. In today's world, social media is not just an app, it's part of our identity, our communication and even our emotions. But is it more of a friend or a silent enemy? Together with me our wonderful panelists, panelist 1 Syuhada, panelist 2 Ayuni and panelist 3 Qistina. So let me start with these simple but powerful questions. Social media is everywhere in our lives, but is it shaping us or shaking us? Panelists, based on your own experience as teenagers in the digital age, what's your take? Panelist 1 Syuhada.
Thank you, moderator. In my opinion, social media is definitely shaping us. It's influenced how we think, communicate, and even how we see ourselves. It's just not a place for entertainment anymore. It's become our part of identity as teenagers. But at the same time, yes, it can shape us too. For example, when we rely too much on comment or likes. So actually, it's a mix of both.
Panelist 2 Lenny.
For me, social media shapes us by helping us grow and connect, but it also shapes us when we start comparing ourselves too much. This all depends on how we use it.
Thank you for asking me. I think social media is both shaping and shaking us because it gives us platform to express ourselves and stay connected. But at the same time, it can cause pressure to be perfect. It really depends on how teenagers using the social media.
Okay. Thank you for the wonderful panelists about your wonderful thoughts. So, let's begin with our first subtopic, which is a mental health and self-esteem. Before we begin with questions, let's think about this. Social media is full of perfect images, ideal lifestyles and viral trends. But behind the filter, does it make a teenagers really feel? In this segment, we will explore how social media affects our emotions, self-worth, and mental well-being. So Syuhada, can you tell us about mental health and self-esteem among teenagers in social media?
Thank you, Miss Iman. It's a very important question and one that I think a lot of us teenagers can relate to deeply. Social media may look fun and exciting on the surface, but behind the filter and perfect photos, it really does have a strong emotional impact to us, sometimes in a ways we don't even realize. Let's start with a positive. Social media can actually be very empowering space. It allows us to stay connected with our friends and family, especially during times when we feel isolated or alone. For some teenagers, social media provides a sense of belonging. You can find online communities and share your interest, struggle, or identity. For example, people dealing with mental health challenges can find support groups or pages that make them feel less alone. It's also a platform where we can express ourselves whether through art, photography, music, or even just sharing thoughts. Some teens have even turned their passion into career through social media. And of course, there's a lot of accounts out there that promote positivity, body acceptance, self-care, and mental health awareness. Those pages can be very comforting and helpful on bad days. However, we can ignore the negative side. One of the biggest issues is comparison. When we scroll through our feed, we constantly exposed to image of people who seems to have perfect body, perfect skin, and perfect life. And most of the time, it's all edited or just the best part of their day. But even if we know it's fake or filter, it can still make us feel like we're not enough. We start to question our worth based on likes, followers, and how we look in selfies. This can lead to feeling of anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression. Some of us might start avoiding real-life situations because we're too focused on creating a perfect online image. It's also the fear of missing out when we see friends hanging out without us or people our age achieving things we haven't. It creates pressure and self-doubt. So in the end, social media is double-edged sword. It has the power to connect us, inspire us, and make us feel heard. But it also has the potential to damage our self-image and mental health if we're not careful. I think it's important for us as teenagers to be more mindful about how we use it, who we follow, and how much time we spend on it. Because while social media is shaping our generation, it's up to us to decide whether it shapes us in a healthy way or not. That's all from me.
Thank you, Penny and Syuhada, for sharing honestly. So from what we have heard, social media can boost our confidence and when used positively, but it can also damage our self-esteem if we fail to the trap of the comparison and unrealistic standards. The key, be real, not perfect. Protect your mental health first. So, we will continue with the subtopic 2, academic performance and time management. Social media can be educational, but it can also be a major distraction. How many of us plan to scroll for 5 minutes but end up wasting an hour? Let's find out whether social media is helping us stay smart or stopping us from reaching our full academic potential. Hence, Ayuni, can you elaborate about this segment?
Thank you, Miss Iman. As we all know, social media has become a major part of our daily life. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are not just tools for entertainment. They have become part of how we learn, communicate, and spend our time. However, the effects of social media can be both positive and negative depending on how we use it. Let's talk about the advantages of social media. First, access to extra learning resources. Social media can be an excellent source of educational content when used wisely. Many accounts and channels on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram provide useful videos, revision tips, subject explanation, and even exam preparation strategies. This can help students better understand topics they struggle with in school, especially through visual or audio learning styles that are more engaging than textbook. Second, peer support and study motivation. Another advantage is the way social media allows students to support and motivate each other. Many students share their notes, study methods, and motivational content online. This creates a positive learning community where students encourage one another, especially during exam seasons. This reminds us that we are not alone in our academic journey. Lastly, improve digital literacy skills. Through regular use of social media, teenagers naturally develop useful digital skills such as communication, research, content creation, and even basic graphic or video editing. These are important skills in today's digital world, can be valuable not just for school projects but also for future careers. Next, we move to disadvantages of social media. First, distraction and poor time management. One of the most common problems is that social media can be extremely distracting. Many of us open our phone just to check one message or video, and suddenly hours have passed. This leads to waste time, poor time management, last-minute assignments, and even missed deadlines. It's become harder to focus on our studies when our attention is constantly pulled away. Second, reduced attention span. Since most social media content is short and fast-paced, our brains become used to consuming information in quick bursts. As a result, many students struggle to concentrate in class or when reading longer texts. We become easily bored and distracted, which can lower the quality of our learning and academic performance. Lastly, disrupted sleep patterns. Many teenagers scroll through social media late into the night, not realizing how much time has passed. This reduces the amount of quality of sleep, which then leads to tiredness during school hours. Lack of sleep also affects memory, focus, and the ability to retain information, all of which are crucial for good academic performance. To conclude, social media offers both benefits and challenges. It can be a powerful tool to support learning, share knowledge, and develop important skills, but only if we use it wisely. If we are not careful, it can also harm academic performance and overall well-being. That's all from me. Thank you.
That was a great discussion. It's clear that social media can be a powerful tool for learning, but only if we manage our time wisely. Without control, becomes a distraction, especially when it affects our sleep and focus. The secret is balance, know when to scroll and know when to stop. So lastly, we will go into the subtopic 3, social skills and real life interaction. We are more connected than ever, but are we still truly close with others? Are likes and comments replacing our real conversations? This part of the discussion explores how social media affects our communication, friendship, and real life social skills. How about your opinion, Qistina?
Thank you, Miss Iman. Let's start with the advantage of social media in communication. Firstly, social media can help shy or introvert individuals become more confident. Some people are not comfortable expressing themselves in face-to-face conversation, but through social media, they have the space to express their thoughts and feelings more freely without pressure. For example, some who find it hard to speak up in class might feel more confident sharing their opinion through a comment or a post. Over time, this can help them build the courage to communicate better in real life situations, especially after gaining positive feedback and support online. Secondly, social media help us build a wider or more diverse network. We can stay connected with friends and a family even if they are far away. For example, those who have moved to another country or state. Besides that, we can also meet new people from different backgrounds and culture. This gives us the chance to improve our communication with people outside our comfort zone. We learn to adapt our language, our tone, and even the way we express ourselves depending on who we are interacting with. Thirdly, social media teach us proper online communication ethics. Since our work can be seen by many people, we slowly learn to think carefully before we post or reply. We also become more aware of how to communicate respectfully and clearly even when using short text or emojis. These skills are actually useful in professional setting too, like when replying to emails or writing message to a client. However, there are also disadvantages that we must be aware of. One major issue is that our face-to-face communication skills are slowly decreasing. Many people today feel awkward or anxious when speaking directly to others because they are so used to typing or texting. This can affect their confidence in job, interview, presentation, or simple conversation. Secondly, social media can reduce our sense of empathy. In real-life communication, we rely on facial expression, body language, and tone of voice to understand someone's emotion. But when we communicate through a short text or emojis, we might misunderstand the message or fail to realize how someone truly feels. This emotional disconnect can lead to argument or feeling of isolation. Lastly, real-life interactions are being replaced by virtual ones. It's common nowadays to see groups of friends sitting together at a cafe, but instead of talking, everyone is focused on their phones. This makes people feel lonely even when they are not alone physically. Overuse of social media can slowly damage the quality of our relationship. In conclusion, social media has the potential to improve our confidence and communication skills, especially if we use it in a healthy and a balanced way. but at the same time, we should be more careful not to depend on it too much. Let's use social media to support our social skills and not to replace them. Real human connection is still the most important form of our communication. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you again for your thoughts. Yes, social media help us stay in touch, but we shouldn't forget about the importance of face-to-face communication. Likes and comments will never replace a real conversation, eye contact, or genuine human connection. Let's not lose our real-life skills in the digital world. Be present in both. For the conclusion, let's hear for the last time in overall all the issues. What do you guys think among the impact of the social media in teenagers? Which topic do you think that are related to? Syuhada?
I think the topic is social skills and real life interaction is one convenience, because even social media help us to stay informed and connected. It should never replace real life interaction. We must learn to balance our online presence with genuine face-to-face communication. At the end of the day, social media is just a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely, not wastefully.
How about you, Ayuni?
For me, I will stick to my point, which is time management and academic performance, because social media can be a helpful tool for learning and gaining motivation. But if we use without control, it can lead to poor focus, time mismanagement, and lower academic performance. So it's important for us as teenagers to use it wisely, set healthy boundaries, and make sure it benefits us rather than distract us from our goals.
For the final, let's hear about your thoughts, Qistina.
If you ask me, I think mental health and self-esteem is more related to teenager, because social media is not bad or not good at all. It depends on how the teenager uses social media on their daily life. That's all for me.
So, thank you for all the panelists for your heartfelt and insightful responses. From self-esteem to studies to social life, we have seen both sides of the story. The key takeaway is social media is a tool. It's up to us how we choose to use it wisely or wastefully. So, that's all from us and that's all from me. Assalamualaikum and thank you everyone.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Today I will interview one of the students here who would like to introduce herself. So my name is Adisham. I'm from DHH. So for the first question, what social media do you always use? I always use TikTok. It's up to date and then Instagram. Second question is, social media has helped me become more confident in expressing myself. Do you agree and disagree? I agree, because social media helped me to gain confidence in expressing myself. Alright. For next question, social media sometimes distract me from my schoolwork. Do you agree and disagree and why? I agree, because to ensure their safety and well-being. Alright. So, Assalamualaikum. Today I would like to interview one of the students here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Mohamad from DHH 3A.
Alright. So, for the first question, what social media do you always use, Nami?
I often use IG.
Alright. So, for the second question, social media is an important part of a teenager's daily life. Do you agree and disagree, and why?
I do agree, because from social media we can learn something value from it.
Alright. So, for the last question, teenagers often follow trends they see on social media. Do you agree and disagree, and why?
Actually, I do disagree, because nowadays trend in social media is quite negative.
Alright. So, thank you, Nami. Let me introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Farahiyah.
So, for the first question, what social media do you always use? I usually use TikTok and Instagram.
For the second question, I feel the need to check up social media as soon as I wake up. Do you agree or disagree and why?
For me, it's natural because it's not too important to check your notification when you wake up.
Alright. So for the last question, teenagers can live a healthier life with less time on social media. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, I totally agree because without social media, teenagers can do more activity like do exercise or go to pub to interact with people.
Right. So that's it for me. Thank you.
My name is Mohd from DHH 3.
So for the first question, what social media do you always use more?
I love using TikTok.
Okay. For the second question, social media is an important part of the teenagers' daily life. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Obviously, I agree here.
Why?
Because it helps teenagers to stay connected with each other, learning new things, and keep up with new trends.
Okay. For the last question, teenagers often follow trends they see on social media. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, I agree. Because they want to fit in, feel accepted, and they want to update what's popular right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Cik Ayuni Karima binti Afrizan and I'm from DHH 3A.
So okay. For the first question, what social media do you always use, Lina?
I always use TikTok and Instagram as my daily use of social media.
Second question, social media is an important part of the teenager's daily life. Do you agree or disagree and why?
I agree that social media is part of the social media of teenagers' life because everything around us involve using social media. So when we don't have social media, it will be hard for us to to know what happens to the world.
So for the last question, I feel the need to check social media as soon as I wake up. Do you agree or disagree and why?
Well, I don't really disagree, but I sometimes do. When I wake up, I check my social media right away. Sometimes, but I disagree. When we wake up, we have to check on our social media because it is not good for our health.
Hi, my name is Adia Idrana Daris. I'm from DHH 1B.
So the first question is, what social media do you always use?
I always use TikTok.
Yeah. So the second question is, social media helps me stay connected with my friends. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with that statement because social media is a platform where we can update about our daily life, daily routine, and also update anything about my daily life to my friends.
So, third question, parents should monitor their teenagers' social media usage. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree because children will addicted to social media because they will always spend more time with their phone watching, such as playing games, watching TikToks, movies every day.
Hi, my name is Jul from DHH 3.
Okay. So for the first question, I feel the need to check social media as soon as I wake up. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, I definitely agree because it is becoming my daily routine. Every time I wake up, I must have on my phone whether the class is cancelled or not. If it cancelled, then I just continue to sleep.
Okay. So for the second question, social media helps me stay connected with my friends. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, definitely. Especially when we do our project or assignments in grouping. So platform like WhatsApp and Canva make us a lot easier to complete the task.
Okay. For the last question, parents should monitor their teenagers' social media usage. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, because the role of parents should monitor their children because there are a lot of explicit content on the internet, on the social media. which is not suitable for teenagers nowadays.
I am Shahizad Misani. I'm from JSS3B.
So for the first question, what social media do you always use?
The social media that I always use is like TikTok and Instagram.
Okay. For the second question, social media is an important part of the teenager's daily life. Do you agree and why?
Yes, I'm totally agree because many teens use social media to discover new information, learn skills, and stay updated on current events. It can be a powerful tool for education when used wisely.
Alright. For the last question, I feel the need to check social media as soon as I wake up. Do you agree and why?
Yes, I agree also because I might feel curious about what happened overnight, like your message from friends or other posts. This fear of missing out make my brain crave updates and notifications.
Hi, good evening. My name is Mohamad. I'm from DHH3A in Diploma Herbal Science.
I would like to ask you some question. What social media do you always use?
Instagram and TikTok.
Okay. Second question. Social media is an important part of the teenage life. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, agree.
Why?
Because to me, social media is a one of platform others from teenagers good way.
Okay. Social media helps me stay connected with my friends. Do you agree or disagree and why?
Agree. I'm agree because in social media, people can chat and volley and also video call with their friends usually and anywhere.
Hi, my name is Davish. I'm from TPG 1A, F1D.
So, for the first question, what social media do you always use?
I always use TikTok.
Okay. For the second question, parents should monitor their teenagers' social media usage. Do you agree and disagree and why?
Yes, I agree about that. Because it helps to protect them from cyberbullying or scams.
Last question. Influences on social media impact my opinions or choices. Do you agree and disagree and why?
I agree. It because some influencers usually feel relatable and trustworthy. Their opinion can easily influence your preference, behavior, or even lifestyle decision.
Alright. So, that's all from me. Thank you.